We're excited to have you back at the Belcourt. Colin Hayes is going to be performing out there tonight. In a little bit, I'm going to give away a pair of tickets. So when you're in the California in your home studio, your wife actually participated in this record. I don't know if is that common. Has she worked with you on previous records?
Yeah, well, she's a force of nature, my wife, and I met lots of great musicians through her. And she has her own band in Los Angeles. And it actually has an album out on Compass actually as well called Agozar. So she's like has her own kind of genre in a way. You know, she calls it salsa music, which is a mixture of salsa and funk and soul. So anyway, she's upstairs a lot of the time, and I'm recording, but she can kind of hear it, and she'll come down sometimes and say, "I have an idea for a little choral arrangement in the middle of the song," and she'll just say, "Let me sing it." So whenever she says that, I just let her sing it, and it's usually pretty amazing. So, and then if I need a specific harmony, I just kind of bang on the ceiling when she comes down.
Hey, come here. Bring me a Vegemite sandwich. No,
she would not do that.
No, okay.
No, she would think that there was something severely wrong with me if I asked her that. She would know that I'm being held captive by someone, and she would immediately alert the authorities.
Yeah, I've actually got a copy of her record. I was wondering if you ever participate in her albums. You ever?
Yeah, she sometimes gets me to sing in Espanol in her record, and the odd harmony on there is mine.
Nice. Well, we've got Colin Hay here in the studios. I'd love to get another tune out of you before we play something from your record.
Sure.
What would you like to do next?
This is called "I Came Into Your Store."
It's Colin Hay on Lightning 100.
I came into your store, but I'm not buying anymore. So much for my will. Till the day I die, I will love you still. I walked in through your door. I swore I wouldn't anymore. So much for my word. Until the seas run dry, I will love you still. I wanna love you like there's no tomorrow. If not, I can pretend and play the highlights. Or I can lock the door and turn the closed sign. But maybe I should let a little time pass. I look down at the floor, but I'm not crying anymore. So much for my tears. Till the day I die, I will love you still. And I don't know what to say, but I like it more that way. A penny for your thoughts, that and more I'd pay just to hear you say. I want to love you like there's no tomorrow. If not, I can pretend and play the highlights. I can lock the door and turn the closed sign. But maybe I should let a little time pass. I came into your store, but you don't work there anymore.
Lightning 100, Colin Hay, live in the studios. That's I Came Into Your Store, and it's on his new record on Compass Records, American Sunshine. And it's tonight. You can catch him out at the Belcourt Theater. Doors are going to open at 7. The show starts at 8. Got Joe Marlowe of the Tips opening up for Colin Hay tonight. So is tonight's show going to be a solo performance, or are you going to have a band with you?
As far as I know, it's a solo performance. Yes, I mean, I hope my band don't turn up because I didn't ask them to.
You'd have to pay them, right? You know, oh, guys, you going to volunteer tonight? They may be sitting out in the crowd just.
Yeah, they might just come to taunt me.
You're actually you're known for sticking around after your shows and meeting with your fans. Is this something you've always done?
Even when people don't want me to, I'm still just hanging around. You know what I mean? It's time for you to go now. Oh, really? Can I hang around a little more? Well, it's for the last 20 years, this is basically what I've been doing. It hasn't really relied all that much on, you know, I haven't gotten a lot of radio play on new material from any, you know, commercial radio stations, and so it's really been kind of word of mouth more than anything else. And so in a lot of ways, the people who've come to see my shows have been, you know, the kind of lifeblood of what you do in a way, you know, so it's been quite affirming and nourishing and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I hang around and, you know, sign some CDs if people buy them and have a chat, and I find it quite a lot of fun, to be honest. Yeah. I really do.
I was getting a lot of emails from people, and I thought I'd read one of them here. It says, "Good morning, Lieutenant Dan. My daughter and I will be at the Belcourt for the big show, and I have one question and a request for Mr. Hay. We loved your appearances on Scrubs and want to know if you were intimidated by Dr. Cox."
No, I think that he was quite intimidated by me. At least that's what he said.
Nice. Well, that's a
that's
good
what
answer.
He told me.
No, I thought it'd be briefly worth mentioning a little bit about.
He's one of those guys who's like completely. He's so different in person, like
than the character.
Yeah.
What's he like in person?
He's such a sweetheart.
That's pretty interesting. Well, you know, Zach Braff has been a big fan of yours, and not only have they, you know, had you on the show, but they've used your music, and he used you in the Garden State soundtrack and also on the Scrubs soundtrack. And there's a really cool acoustic version of Overkill, and I was wondering when you had recorded that.
Well, I've been playing it for years, many years. As a matter of fact, it started off as an acoustic song, really, you know, before Men at Work, you know, or you know, during that time. But it's one of those songs that lends itself quite well to an acoustic interpretation. So I used to play it, I still do actually, a place called Largo in Hollywood, which is where Zach first came along, and he always liked that song. And then also he brought Bill Lawrence, who created Scrubs, he brought him down one night, and he became a bit obsessed with that song and actually wrote an episode called My Overkill, and asked me to come in and play it. So that's why that song's been so you know, popular, if you like, because that episode in itself, it was a well-written episode, and I think that's one of people's favorite episodes of that show, you know. So it's been very, very good for me, that show, and I can't, you know, I noticed over the last 5 to 8 years the demographic. I very, very, very rarely use that word, demographic, but has been getting younger and younger over the last few years, you know. So it's very nice. It's I was actually in a coffee shop in Springfield, Illinois, and there was two guys selling coffee. One was about 20 and one was about 40. And the young guy says to me, he said, "Hey, I really love your music." I said, "Oh, thanks very much." He said, "Oh, Overkill's my favorite song." And I said, "Oh, thanks very much." And the older guy looks at him and he says, "Do you know who that is?" And the young guy goes, "Yeah, he was on Scrubs." And the older guy goes, "What's Scrubs? He was in Men at Work." And the young guy goes, "What's Men at Work?" So I kind of had them both, but they were both unaware of each other.